association with custodian.com.
Hiya Dale, lovely to see you again the other day and do some further work on your swing. Just a quick recap on the issues we covered, or the areas that we covered during your session. First of all, when we look at it from down the line, and we discussed this via the email the other way, I mean, so a lot of good stuff going on here, but as we get to sort of P3, things start to get a little bit sloppy. We know we're losing height, but we get a little bit loose at the top. You see they're quite laid off, quite open, quite sagging in the wrists. Then as we come through, we start to regain a little bit of height. The pelvis is working in towards the golf ball. We're gaining loads of height by this stage. Now as we come through, we're going to straighten that right arm out and look at the separation between the body and the arms at that point. And that's where the neck of the club is presented to the ball. As the arms come off the rib cage, the club's moving away from you, as illustrated by that position through impact. So the first thing we needed to do was make that top of the backswing just a little bit more solid. We've got the head cover beneath the right arm here, so we're working on pressure point 5. We're trying to keep pressure point 5 attached to the rib cage about 3 or 4 levels down. That gives us a little bit more solid look at the top. The club's not as loose, it's not as long, and the wrists aren't as saggy. We also mentioned strengthening the grip, which I think we've done at this stage. I may be wrong on that, but we certainly strengthened the grip as we came on. Now as we come through, the arms are staying on the rib cage for much longer, and as a result the club isn't getting away from us quite as much. So you can see there's a marked difference between the amount at which you hit out at that golf ball and the path of the arms. The way the arms orbit the body is completely different. So that's number one. Secondly, what we looked at was the amount of height that we were losing during the backswing. So I've silhouetted it here now. As you go back, you can see here with your original swing, start to lose a bit of height before you even take the club back, and then really sink down into that golf ball on the way back. And again, arm swing tends to get a little bit long. So you can see there, hopefully you can see that silhouette on the screen. There's a big difference between where you start and where you finish. So the first thing we did there now was we stabilised the head position. So I've got the shaft in front of your head, trying to just control the rate at which you left tilt. Now we talked about it, left tilt from setup, or side bend if you will, from setup to P1 or to P2 is the left shoulder working down. To continue to get the side bend that you're looking for now, you must extend rather than keeping the left shoulder working down. The left shoulder is working down, but it's working down at a steady rate, and the appearance of the side bend when viewed from face on here, from P3 to P4, is the extension. The left tilt is what keeps us inclined to the ground when viewed from face on. So it is we do left tilt and we do side bend to the left. The side bend to the left is left tilt, left shoulder down. No, it's extension. What we're seeing here is someone who's just left tilting. There is extension in there, but left tilting way too much. Left shoulder down, 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 left shoulder down. It's a combination of turning, extending and left tilting. So turn, left shoulder down, extend, turn, left shoulder down, extend, turn, left shoulder down, extend. So right at the top. So we did a little bit of work on stabilising the head and stopping the loss of height, and this was you practice swinging towards the end of your session. Much better rate of left tilt. Far better backswing. Look at the leg action, the left knees flexed at a more steady rate. The left shoulder has worked down the appropriate amount. The arm swing is much tighter and much more controlled. So that's the more of the position that we're looking to achieve. As I said, great session, saw some good progress towards the end of it. If there's any questions you've got, feel free to drop me a line. Well done.